Hey, can someone please make sure Captain Foley has his ale ready before the stream starts? I don't have any ale, I just have water today.
But there'll be so much Romans next week that the ale will just pour in it, maybe.
Yes.
Are we good? Do we sound good? Do we sound clear? Are we here with you all?
We are. See? Look, it's pretty. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be doing what we usually do on Wednesdays before Picard. On Thursday is do the prediction video, where we just kind of chat with you guys about our thoughts and predictions for what's going to come up in the next episode. And I love that we're all on equal footing now. People don't have the opportunity of having seen the next episode yet, like all the people that went to the premiere and got to see 3 episodes ahead of time. So, yeah.
It starts again, in a sense.
Yes. Sean Wright. LOL. Foley with his water. Samuel with his energy drink. LOL. Generation gap.
Well, it is 5 hours earlier for you of the day. It's 10 at night, and how many parents are actually going to bed at 10? So, little bit of a different context here, guys. A little bit different. And see, if it was like, you know, 10 in the morning for me and 5 at night for you, I think you might have to have caffeine too. You know, it was all around as well.
Yeah.
So,
kind of cut back on the caffeine lately, though.
Yeah, I can't afford to.
I'm drinking like flavored teas now with no sugar, no milk, instead of doubles all the time, like coffee. And I've also cut out like Coke. I'll have a Coke occasionally if we go out, but generally I'm sticking to water. Just small things.
Yeah, I can avoid Coke like the plague just because it's so. I mean, just get anything but Coke. You can save your sugar intake by 100% each day if you just skip a Coke. So,
but every once in a while, a Coke is nice, especially a Coke with rum or rye in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. If I do a restaurant, it's like that's just a good I'm outside in a restaurant. I have a Coke. That's the sort of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But otherwise, I'd never buy Coke for home.
No.
Against it, just not good for you.
Let's see. We also actually have a first super chat. So Mark Lawrence, $17.01. That's very clever. You know what we should do though? We should institute. You can't use the 1701. You need to institute like the registry of the Intrepid. 70. I forget. I don't even know what the fuck the registry is for that. 74656 or 565. I don't even know. Oh, it's right here.
And Peel saying no buffering. Yep, there's no storm anymore. that's now since
NCC 74656. Yes. Yeah. So put in $74,000, $74,656 next time, Mark.
That would help our channel.
But he says, "Great to see you guys live while at work. You should be working, shouldn't you, sir?"
No.
I don't have an answer for that.
I didn't.
Is there something else I can help with?
No.
She never does. She never answers. She never has an answer for anything.
I got Siri on my wrist and I got Alexa on my desk. So I got both AIs here.
And I might be Daj's new mum, so it's all AI if I go shimmer, And Joshua Clark says, "What's up, guys? Greetings from Oklahoma." Well, what is up is doing episode 4 predictions.
Yeah.
That is what is up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny how the week does sort of go by both fast and slow. We're already at, I call it sort of the Picard reset. This week was slightly lighter on Picard stuff because there's less happened, so I was able to be done early yesterday. So I had all of yesterday, and all today, which was nice. But tomorrow, it all starts again. So it's the Picard reset.
Hopefully, there'll be more good content to talk about instead of like grasping at straws for stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, the sunglasses thing was a joke one anyway, and people liked it as much. It's funny, the sunglasses is kind of like there's. It's also more just a visceral reaction sort of video, as in people's like comments. They're like, "Oh yeah, I thought the same." It was that sort of but we were both so like That,
yes.
Our
bit.
videos do reflect how we feel as a channel, and we look at things that we find interesting, and it stood out so much that we thought we should.
Yes. Jargia, though, $5. Samuel, remember to super chat, guys. If we can get 150,000 to 200,000, it'll be a good live. Yep, that's legitimate.
I mean, that would change everything. I don't even know how that would change everything, but that would change everything drastically.
We would only need one super chatter to do that.
One a year.
We're live. Well, no, we're live. We gotta get greedy. Just once would be fantastic.
Well, I've seen a $500 super chat once on another channel. It's like, oh my god.
Well, we had one $500 super chat on our channel, but the guy entered it wrong. He wanted to put in $5 or $50. I don't know how that happens.
It was 5. He wanted to put in 5, literally.
So he canceled it with his bank, and it just never went through, which is fine.
But it messed with our analytics because it still represents on our thing. So then our chart skewed high, which means our thing looked pathetic and one big because then now it shows the high. And I was like, so to wait a month for that to like F off the readings. But yes, Joe, I will share.
But he's going to share, and that's my opportunity to burp because I'm the captain and I can do so. No, it's my opportunity to talk to you guys and tell you how important it is that you're not only here, but that you hit like, you interact with us, put the information in the chat with the other people there, put in your thoughts, theories, comments about what you think the next episode is going to be like. And if you are able to, please super chat so we can actually see those. We'll read those ones out on air, talk about your specific theory or idea, and get a good interaction with you guys as well. Plus, it really helps out the channel in various ways. Just keeping us going is fantastic. Another great way to do that is super chats. Super chats I just said. Another way to help us with that is Patreon. If you want to go to our Patreon link down in the description below, or head on over to trekyards.com, click the donate button. That's basically PayPal. And if you do want to send a PayPal during the live, you can do that as well. The information is down below. Just make sure you do that, and let us know in the chat that you are doing that so that another great way, we just signed up for this today. Samuel doesn't even know about this, but the channel now has a join button. So you can join. You can have either commander, captain, or admiral ranks, and you get different bonus, emojis and stickers and stuff you can use in the chat, and exclusive access to some stuff. We haven't really worked out all the details yet, but we got a few goodies up there right now. So if you guys want to check that out and join the channel, that's another great way to do it as well. Lots of great stuff to help us out and help you guys out as well. There's Eagle Moss links down below. You can save yourself some money, get a discount of 15% off orders of $50 or more if you follow the link down below and use the discount code Trekyards when you check out. So you can some Eagle Moss ships, some good stuff that way. Or if you want to, get some Trekyards merch, we got the Teespring store. So lots of great ways to help us out and interact with us as well. So there you have it. That's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. And we'll get to the super chats that have come in a minute. As soon as Samuel's back, we will read those out, and then we will get into our discussion talking about what we think is going to happen next week or tomorrow. Not next week. Tomorrow on Picard. It's fun to go back after the fact and look at all of these prediction videos and see what we got right, what we got wrong. We're usually wrong, but yeah, it's fun to speculate. It's fun to have conversations about it. And we like to think that we're like your buddies that love Trek that are joining you for a drink to just talk about the latest Trek episode. Because a lot of people that are on here have told us that they don't have family or friends that are into Trek. So we're like their Trek go-to friends where they come and chat with us. So that's a great way to do it. And, Super Chat, just consider buying us a drink. While we're at the bar, because we would buy you one for sure. We give you guys lots of free content all the time. So there's lots of Trekyards goodness to enjoy, plus a huge backlog of videos. So, that's our treat to you. So your treat to us that's a great way to do it. So we did get quite a few while Samuel was gone. Looks like he's back now, kind of. He looks either concentrating or constipated. They're both C words. So
I'm consta-back.
Or you're contemplating. That's another great C word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So start reading the super chats. Because you're back.
Thank you.
CJ O'Neill puts in $20, which is amazing. Thank you very much, sir.
Yep.
You guys should read the new Picard novel, The Last Best Hope. Fills in a lot of the gaps in the season. I will do so at some point, probably sooner than later. But yes, can't consider really any of it canon, but it'll be interesting. It'll be a good read for sure. So, Fleet Paw Swiftback puts in $1.99, 52 likes. Let's keep it up. Hashtag Picard Like Spike. 150 of you here. As I mentioned earlier in my ramble, a great way to help us out as well is just hit like and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click the notification icon as well. That all helps our analytics, which helps us out in the end, and it's just a great thing for everybody.
And this is a great time to let the channel grow and do cool new things. That's why we're pumping out a ton of great content, a lot of edited content, a lot of live content, very concentrated, But liking, subscribing allows, we've never been favoured by the analytics. It's one of those deep dark secrets of Trekyards that YouTube's just never liked what we do. People do, YouTube doesn't. So if you like and subscribe and these things, then at least the algorithm has to take more notice of us than we otherwise want to do. Some people do. Crazy, but true.
And Jim634 puts in $5.
Thank you.
Not episode 4, but prediction in general. Zot Vash created the Borg way back in the past, hence the hatred for cybernetics, keeping it secret. That's been mentioned many times, and we hope not. We don't want to get an origin of the Borg, especially related to that. However, it could tie in beautifully with...
But it's so much more silly than that, because how did the Borg get to the Delta Quadrant thousands of years when the Romulans and Vulcans barely had warp? How did they then get to the Delta Quadrant and build an empire? Because we also know they only has a very small amount of planets a few thousand years ago. They talk about that, like they come from a central place. I mean, yes, you could wormhole them like Vija was, but the Romulans are nowhere. I mean, then they're just Cybermen from Doctor Who. Part of the Borg's mystique is it will never know, is that they're so old, so powerful, technology so evolved that the answer is not interesting. Like what, where, how? Do you really want to see one humanoid scientist with blue skin building a nanoprobe, and then it jumps out on his face and then turns him into an unthinking? Like, do you really want to see that? Because they were made because the nanoprobes were made. Nanoprobes went haywire, and then they started. It's not that it's not that interesting. It happens after the fact. It's interesting.
It would make sense, though, for the Zot Vash to hate the Borg, and they were trying to sabotage the Borg, destroy the Borg, and that's what caused the submatrix collapse on the one cube, instead of the whole Borg collective. There could be a good tie in there, but I just don't want that. But
it's not even, like, the original Zot Vash, like, the Borg aren't synthetics. Like, that's not the point of them. They're not AI, they're not synthetics. So I would assume the Zot Vash was hating them because they're also a threat. Like, they're not the point of them. They're a different, they're biomechanoid. They're creatures with artificial limbs added on, but they still have organic, they're primarily organic. That's how you can kill any Borg with the organic killing thing, because they're still organics primarily. So it doesn't really connect.
But DX2069 puts in $5.
Thank you.
I think the guy Seven was crying over was the guy she was in love with in Unimatrix Zero. She thought he died. Now she found him just to lose him again. That would be great.
That would be a thing.
Great. And Jarzia is now a member of the channel at the captain's rank, so that's $10 a month. Samuel doesn't even know anything about this yet because I did this earlier today. Mark Lawrence is now joined the channel and is $10 a month captain rank as well. Yeah, we have a join button now. So you have a commander, captain, and admiral ranks.
Wait, so people can outrank me by pushing a button?
Yes.
That's not fair! What?
Check it out, guys.
6
you get
years.
Cool little emojis.
That's bullshit. A button.
Cool little
For God's sake.
Cool little emojis and badges. Cool little emojis and badges that you can put in the chat. Plus, you come up as a member, and some other bonus goodies as well. Your name shouted out in select videos, things like that. So I'll talk to Samuel about that later. I was bored this afternoon. Thought I'd ramp up the channel a bit. So if you want to join, please join. I mentioned it in my spiel, but you were sharing. So
if you want to outrank me, all you have to do is give us $10 a month. That's all.
Or be the same rank as him and be $5 a month. It's fine.
Great.
He's so upset about it. I'm sorry.
It's just funny. I hope we'll
Good
get some
thing.
fun people in the chat saying something else is funny.
Jim634 puts in $5. Fully agree. It would be retcon with previous info, and the origin of the Borg should remain a mystery. But I do think they're going there. I think they are too, and it'll be sad, but whatever.
But I think they might be smart enough to know to avoid it. It's you know, I think we've got to hope so. We've got to hope so.
Yeah. And cadet to captain in 20 seconds. I like it. I was going to have ensign and a few other ranks, but there's only 3 tiers, so I thought captain, command, or commander, captain, and admiral are the way to go. So
well, we have
anyway,
we have the relatable thing that we have those 3 in our circle of you, me, and my wife. So
Sylvia.
That makes sense.
Andrew Reynolds puts in $2. Q who? Ha ha ha! As in Hugh, as in Q Hugh. That's funny. I like that. Eugene though throws in 1,000 rubles. So thank you very much, Eugene. They won't reach Free Cloud, but they'll make a stop at Revendale. Not sure about Bird of Prey. Maybe it's ancient Zot Voss ship making an interception. Maybe it's a start of time travel galore. I don't want to see time travel. Although I love time travel stories. Every time travel story I really love. So
I still don't understand why people think it's a time travel, because they have a ship that is aesthetically like the Bird of Prey but shares none of the same design. Like, everything is different. All the shapes are different. We've done a comparison video. It's not. It's just. It's like a Katinga to a D7. It's the same, but every part is different.
It's like the Discovery Enterprise to the TOS Connie. It's the same, but everything's different.
Yeah, but clearly this is in the present. Otherwise it'd be more TOS-y. But it wouldn't be. But I mean, it would be. I don't know. No.
Yes, but anyway, so that's it for the super chat so far. But I'm really glad you guys are giving us a good send off as far as the start of this video goes, and thank you for anyone that joins the channel. Yes. I still don't know all the perks and things that we're going to end up doing, but we've got a few out there right now, so I'll talk to Samuel about it later.
I look forward to being told what's going on.
Not a banned account, though, puts in $2. Picard gets disrespected and strong women save him. It's a good call, I guess.
I don't know.
And Sean Wright has a good point. Technically, Samuel could just buy a membership and outrank Captain Foley at the click of a button.
I did think that. But then YouTube would get free money from us. So,
this is true.
So,
Yeah.
So, first of all, have you seen the Ready Room clip of next
episode?
Yes,
I have. Yes, I have.
I keep trying to avoid them, but I keep accidentally watching them on purpose. I mean, with what we do, I appreciate.
We kind of have to be in the know a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we can't be side. I mean, how many times do we hear without having seen the clip? Did you see Discovery Enterprise in the Ready Room clip? At that point, you've just got to watch, haven't you? You can't really stay ignorant.
Yeah.
But I'll give them credit though. Whereas last year, most years, CBS tends to release their content region locked for some bizarre reason, given that it's a worldwide phenomenon and there's nothing logical there. I mean, it's a free platform, whatever. But the Ready Rooms are freely available on Facebook. Just on their page, nothing, no bullshit. So that credit to them. They're easy to find and watch. All credit to them. And that scene, which we'll go into the slideshow, takes place from what I can assume is the past.
Yes, it is very much the past, because it's younger Picard, teaching this little boy how to fence, and then of course he grows up to be elf boy.
Legless, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, your pause was very long. Like, it's the past. And I was like, oh, is it not?
No, I was thinking obviously, and I didn't know how to say that without making you feel stupid.
Well, some people might not have caught that. because it's out of context, you know.
Yeah.
Which might, because it seemed like a weird scene either which way, and having the kid seems weird any which way. And I guess apart from Riso, what's his name? Rios.
Yeah.
Rios. Apart from him, we've seen flashbacks for most of the introduction characters. So that they love their flashbacks, don't they?
They do.
But I hope we don't get much of that in this one. Although part of the problem with this scene and the next image is that if I said to you, Stuart, that I wait for the thing to happen. If I said to you, this shot is just a different part of Patrick Stewart's vineyard, what would you say?
I would say possible, but very unlikely, just due to the different colored foliage and the weird sunlight.
See, I think it looks so unbelievably similar from a lighting standpoint, and you know that we escaped the vineyard, but it feels like these. I hope it's been long on this planet because the planet feels like the same color buildings, the same light. It just that's why I thought originally the camp was on his vineyard. It was just a local town because you cut to the shot and this could just be on Earth on his vineyard. It's weird to have it look so, at least to me, so similar.
I think it looks different personally, but Fleet Paw Swiftback puts in $2, 106 likes. Keep it up. Hashtag make Fleet Paw Swiftback pay. 189 of you, well, 190 of you now. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button. Just hit the like button. It's easy. It's a thumbs up thing. Just hit it. Fat Produce puts in $5. I hope the Romulan vertebrae is an old one brought out of service after the supernova. Nova. Have y'all seen the new Junk Ball Media video on Picard yet? Haven't seen the Junk Ball Media video on Picard. No. That'll be probably in my viewing list this evening.
Oh, okay.
Truby Howard. Hey, Truby, haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, man.
Going? $5. Doctor from Voyager.
Sorry,
my first super chat ever.
Sorry, Stuart.
Fine.
All right.
He says, what do you guys think about the Captain Rios is a hologram like the Doctor from Voyager? My first super chat ever. Well, thank you for the super chat. Good to see you again. And I don't think he's a hologram.
I mean, that's interesting. I mean, that could be quite the meta thing. Huh.
I could see it being a twist, yeah.
I mean, you know...
He downloaded his consciousness.
I mean, he could
and
just
it's split his...
Ooh.
It split his consciousness into multiple personalities. That's why he had to generate different versions. And that's why he has conversations with himself.
It depends if we see him off the ship. Because that might be a really nice, subtle touch for him being on the ship. Because if holograms can become sentient, then, yeah, you know. And even him being second in command of a ship doesn't preclude him, because what if he has a mobile emitter underneath his jacket?
Or, like I said, maybe he uploaded his consciousness into something, and, you know, because you mentioned his captain's brains and blood were all over the bulkhead. Something severe happened. So that's the last thing. And now I'm here. Last thing he saw, he downloaded his consciousness and then uploaded himself into a hologram. That's interesting. Very interesting. Reeve Law iBand Rocked YouTube puts in €2.
Thank you.
Half of the season equals introducing the characters. Yeah, it definitely has that feel as well. Which we talked about yesterday. Was 10 episodes enough? And we're like, not really. But yeah, so I love seeing the members. They got the name colored and they got the little Trekyards icon beside them. It's so cool.
That could be a whole thing. Because the thing is, we don't need that much support in a month. You know, we don't do this for money. We just do it to keep going.
Yeah.
And if we can get more, it goes into things. And we both talked about going to LA. And if we have, you know, disposable income, we wouldn't want it to go because it's a real pain in the ass. You know.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, if we had it on Patreon, we'd just go, and then you guys get free content. I mean, that's the point, you know.
Yeah. So from what I've heard, Jonathan Frakes directs this one and the next one.
Yes.
So that's a good thing because his episodes of Discovery have been probably the best. So.
Yeah, but he's only as good as the material he's given, obviously.
Well, like I said, he made Discovery be the best entertainment.
But he was given a narratively, a one that was very Trek.
Yeah, well, it's probably the one he accepted.
Because what was his second one? 'Cause he did the planet one.
Oh,
I don't know.
I have to go look.
Yeah, see, I don't recall. In season 1, he did the first Mirror Universe one where they did the turbo lift where she stabbed him. I think that was his, and that was good.
I think so.
But yeah, so in this next time on, which we're going to talk about, we've got this kid. Now, why do you think that he's this? Why is there a kid? Why do we see him act? I mean, this guy only some amount of time. Why is he spending it flying to his planet and fencing with a kid 15, 20 years ago?
Because of unification. He did mind meld with Spock. Spock was a big advocate of unification. He was actually living on Romulus at the time. Yeah. So I have no problem with Picard actually heading over to Romulus to bolster the peace talks and bolster the relationship between the Romulans and the Federation and become friends with a lot of them. So, yeah.
The problem with Picard being pigeonholed into one small... Like Spock. Spock was a greater character than just his, I must unify. Picard has this great reputation. He's all races. The fact that we've barely got any Romulan... There's probably less than 25 Romulan episodes in all of Trek. Maybe 30.
Mm-hmm.
There's such a small thing that to give one of our heroes, he chooses to go with one relatively small narrative race, even though they could have been big. They weren't that big in the end. It's like, and they spent the rest of his life. I mean, he didn't obviously was in the vineyard, but it's that's why when we talked about a year ago, him being a general ambassador made a lot more sense. He could go around doing multiple jobs, but be pigeonholed to one very small thing. And I never liked Spock being that pigeonholed either. It's like his life is greater than this one thing, I guess it's a symbol of how important he thought it was to sacrifice his life for one ideal. But this kid in particular, that's what the question was. And do you think because this is in the past, I wouldn't assume that long after his resignation that they're going to mention Spock? The fact that Spock... Because they already mentioned this last episode that the supernova was going to hit other planets. That's a direct link to 09. So you would think that if this is the past, they would mention it was only a year and a half ago since we lost Spock. Since Spock disappeared, 20 years is one thing, but if it was only a year and a half ago with the black hole supernova...
We'll probably have an explanation of that in this upcoming episode, if that's the reason.
So.
Andrew Reynolds puts in $5. It's really starting to seem too convenient that we haven't heard anything about lore. Data totally exploded. Yeah, I think Lore's name needs to come up. Lore and Lau. Absolutely.
But it's one of those things that Michael Chabon, we had lots of things in the last episode, and he addressed them with not snarky, but kind of like, well, this, and this, and they're either, he didn't think that they genuinely slipped by and he just made up excuses, or they're waiting for reveals, and therefore it's, it's like if you'd asked, if someone had asked season 1, is Lorca from a university, be like, no, of course not, da-da-da-da-da-da, because you can't give it away. So are they not mentioning Laura or Lal ever because there are plot points if you say it in the wrong way, or have they just forgotten or don't matter? That's the real question,
Yeah. Brett Barrow, though, has become a commander. He joined at the commander ranks. And Matthew Lally is actually an admiral, so Matthew outranks me. So thank you guys for joining. Jarzia, though, throws in $5 Canadian.
I'm very confused by this.
I'll explain it later. I didn't have a chance today to talk to you about
Commander Brett Barrow, you're already bloody my rank. 60. But to be fair, he is a talent. He's more talented than me in many areas. So
this is going to be a sticky point for you, isn't it? Every time somebody joins.
So if you want to piss me off, give us money and become an admiral. That's the great thing.
Wait till you hear what. I might need your help with some of one of the admiral perks. That's all I'm going to say.
God.
Yeah, Jarzia though, $5 Canadian. Franks did the first Mirror Universe episode, Despite Yourself. The planet one, New Eden, and the one where Arium dies, Project Daedalus. My fave of the series.
But not the one that she has a shitty funeral where it's like, who the hell is she? We don't know. Such a stupid plot point. Where she dies, where they go through the minefield. I mean, it's okay. but they suddenly realized we need to invent a character. Oh, give her a character. Yeah.
Oh, I think I missed some super chats. Sorry.
Oh.
Andrew Reynolds, $2. Laura works with Borg deactivated, fully intact. Yeah.
Needs to be brought back. That's a huge thing.
Ralph Erlinger puts in €2. Can't stand the holographic interfaces and monitors.
Oh.
And Andrew Reynolds puts in $2. His parts sent to the Daystrom Institute? ? Yeah, I think so. And I think Maddox might have commandeered them, so maybe his team didn't know about it. And
yeah, must be.
He thought it's close to data. It's disassembled. I can at least get that much closer to creating my own. And that could be the reason for a lot of this stuff going on. So I totally buy that.
Yeah, and that would give the great little story thing to happen at some point where they go unstable because, it's based on the law tech and law was unstable. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And Matthew says, I didn't want to piss the commander off. Ha ha ha.
It's fine. We're playing. It's good. It's very helpful, guys. It's very, very helpful.
And CJ O'Neill is now an admiral as well. Welcome, guys. We're building the command staff for Trekyards.
Yeah.
Already people that outrank me now, Samuel. So, I can get pissed off too. God damn it.
So Sylvie should walk in and be like, hello. We should do an Admirals live only. Only Admirals welcome. neither of us allowed to be there.
That's one of the perks of being a member. You can actually do members-only streams.
Ooh.
Or whatever. So they get exclusive stuff. But we'll talk about that later.
That's funny. Well, cool. Thanks, guys. And I haven't got the button because I'm in the UK. I guess it's not a thing you can do yet.
Should be.
Oh, no, you can. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. God, I do like the badges. So do you pick a badge then?
I don't know if you pick a badge. That's one thing I didn't understand. I just uploaded them. Because there's and I think there's exclusive stickers you can use in the chat as well. I've got the Trekyards command logo, Trekyards Sciences, Trekyards Engineering, and Trekyards Medical as badges. So I don't know if you can pick or not. The guys that join, they'll know if we can pick. Jars, I'm going to promote myself to Admiral as well.
Doesn't take much to keep us stable, and it will go towards cool things. You guys don't know, but we're currently in the process of building to something which involves camera kit and cool stuff, and it will be, the plan, Stuart. It should be really exciting, and the funds that you guys generate is that,
That's right. They're explaining it to me because I do remember this now. The badges unlock over time. So if you're a member for a month, you get the first badge. A member for 2 months, you get the second badge. 6 months, the third badge. You got to unlock all these badges, and it shows beside your name, so it shows.
So what you're saying is, got to badge them all. Trekyards.
Yes.
So anyway, why do you think this kid's important?
Well, yeah, this is the live stream about the join option now.
We love you guys. You guys are great.
Why is he important? Maybe he's Tomalak's son. I don't know. He's going to be somebody that's just young and impressionable that takes a liking to Picard. Picard gives him a Three Musketeers book, teaches him how to fence. So that's why there's great reverence for Picard when we see him do this, this thing with Picard in the trailers.
Because the book, though.
Yeah. Spino Breaker puts in $2 Australian.
Hey, man.
Can I blame the replicators? Never trust the spiders.
We've asked that. Could the replicators beat the Borg? It's an interesting question. Totally depends. It'll be a whole debate. But I now, having it be the son of somebody, that I think would be very useful. I think they need to explain to us, as in they're going to, why he's not a sycophant, but he will follow Picard to the ends of the earth as his protector. But if he was the son of even maybe Spock had a son later in life with a Romulan, that'd be kind of cute. Why not? Spock's son. I'm not against that. Or Seela's son. Although we hope there's a bigger plot line there. Because there would be direct reasons for him to engage, and I can certainly see them mentioning Spock and you know, keeping on the legacy of Spock. But yeah, basically someone important.
Well, yeah, Thribbs said his parents are said to be dead. Yeah, but they could still be somebody important.
Yeah. So it wouldn't just be, you know, this. I mean, how many? Well, we know how shitty the Romulan escape plan was. They didn't really plan for it. So I'm sure there's lots of orphan children, even though they could easily have escaped everyone.
And I hope Picard actually takes that from the traitor from the Defector. Hope he takes that note to his wife and kid. Maybe that's who it is, and maybe his kid, the mom dies afterwards.
I mean, they have Maddox. Yeah, what if he took the message and this was the only remaining person of the family, and he's like, well, shit.
Your father was a brave man, tried to, stop a war. Hey, that would be a nice tie-in.
That would.
Because the Defector was on the list of needs to watch for this, and since it kind of screwed up their whole Vosh thing with cybernetics, it would make sense that that's a bigger plot element that they were focusing on.
Well, it's not just that, but I can see Picard feeling responsible in some respect for the guy dying. It was on his watch. I mean, yes, he wasn't the cause of it or anything, but it was his watch. He knew him. That would be interesting. And as I've said to you before, who's this show for? If it's for Trek fans, they can throw in Trek references, and most people won't get that. But when you get it, it's like, damn. And you can imagine the amount of articles online as of 2 days from now saying, but who is Admiral Jarek? Clickbait video here. Yeah, that's perfect. But anyway, but he does come to him as an older good chap. To cut to old man Picard. Boo.
Right.
But it really is legless. I mean, maybe they should give. I kind of hope he's like in a samurai style like order to explain why he's so.
Well,
he looks so like a certain,
And that's the thing. If he was orphaned, he would be raised by monks or raised. So I have no issues with that if that's the case.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Warrior monks. Yeah, that's interesting.
And the reason he chose the sword was because of Picard and the Three Musketeers story, and it all kind of ties in. So Captain Casey Stewart says no Commodore rank. I think I can add more ranks to the join thing. I just needed to fill out the minimum today to get it activated, so we'll play around with it. We'll see. But anyway, yes, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm excited about it. So, but anyway, so yeah, he will be somebody that Picard goes to for assistance because basically they don't have much of a crew, and he's somebody that probably, he looks up to Picard or owes him some kind of debt in some way. So it makes perfect sense to have somebody trained and skilled on your team. I just wish he wasn't so elf-like. That's my only issue.
And when a few episodes ago, well, there's only a few episodes overall, but they say was the guy in the house, the Romulan friend?
I forget.
Don't know. Not the not Irish one. He said, you need someone to come help you. Fine, you need someone that's going to hate you. And she says, I know just the person. But wouldn't you think to also ask these people, maybe, him, if you were going to go to this guy next?
We just got to get off the planet, so yeah.
Well, I'm sure Romulans have spaceships. I mean, Romulans aren't going to want to stay in one planet. I mean, the Empire's pretty big, and you'd want to maybe, go around.
Zeraxis, welcome to the captain's rank, sir. Zeraxis just joined at the captain rank as well, so thank you very much.
Definitely deserve that. It's a great support of the channel.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Anyway, yeah. So I don't think this guy has a ship though necessarily.
I mean, it's a big planet. You'd assume there's just people on the planet that he can ask someone for help, and they've got a ship. All you need is a shuttle. You know what I mean? All you need is warp capable. But then that's not what happened, so it's relevant at this point. But the thing is, there's disruptors in war these days. That's how you killed the people in the last fight. So a sword is the least efficient weapon in this thing. So he's got to be more than that. You know, otherwise, why would you write that? Unless the guy, whoever having written this episode, had a fetish for samurai people. It's like, you know, in the Trek universe, what we need is sword wielding people. Why is that? Shut up. Okay. Hire him. So there's got to be more to this, you know.
Yeah.
And not be a lightsaber. Disruptor.
Or maybe it'll be a fold-out knife like we saw in 2009. This fold-out sword that Sulu had.
Yep. Okay, what else do we have in this trailer? Now, how much time do you think we're going to spend in this location? Obviously, there's past and present.
We're going to spend too much on each. The flashback hopefully is not, too long. And as for the modern one, I'd be more down for that because he's got to find him and get his help, and he's going to get the shit kicked out of him because he goes into a Romulans only bar. It's a great move, but yeah, I think there's going to be too much dedicated to it. I don't know if you want me to give you a percentage of the episode.
No. So it's quite a big little set to build. You know, you don't. They always say every minute of screen time is like almost millions. Is hundreds of thousands. Like every extra minute, you know, the bigger the set, you tend to justify how many minutes you spend on it. Although I'm wondering, and this could be a good thing. This would be a nice surprise. Is we keep starting in like space. Even if last week it was again a flashback to the weapons platforms, blah blah blah. But it'd be kind of nice if you start with a ship dropping out of warp, head to this planet. It says 14 years ago, Romulan colony. He beams down, and then it's the same length as the scene with the second in command lady from last week, which was three or so minutes. Plenty. So it was just that, because that's the setup. He was there. He was younger. It could be a Federation starship, but he's no longer an officer, so it could be a civilian. Have it be whatever, And then that's maybe hopefully just that long. The flashback's that long, and then mostly takes place in the present.
I don't think. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't think it would start in space though. I think you're going to see the planet. You're going to see him beam down, materialize. Yeah. Which is kind of sad because I'd like to see a starship of some sort, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew Reynolds puts in $2. Give me my 7. She's going to freaking wreck some fools. I don't think we're going to see her this episode. We're probably going to see her episode 5, 6, maybe. I hope not 6. Anyway, yeah, we're not going to see her this episode. It would be cool if it starts with the battle with the bird of prey.
Ooh.
And you see, and then it goes, 6 days earlier.
Oh, God, that, yeah.
I'm just kidding. That would be awful.
Well,
but that's a trope these days. So.
Let's get straight to that then. I know it's the last thing of it, but it's implied that we get this, although. Okay, so there is the Romulan beams, but also there's them leaving a planet with a force field and a red beam coming out of the planet.
It's a huge ass red beam coming out of the planet. See,
who also does seem to hit them and go through the hull, but not actually do any damage because you can see it's going. Anyway, what's going on there?
Well. My assumption is Legolas is not on. I don't know his name. Is not on Free Cloud. He's on another planet. So I think they're on their way to Free Cloud initially to look for Maddox. They're going to show up, and he's not going to be there. Either he just got abducted by the Zat-Vash, or he's on the Romulan ship. They just scooped him for some reason. So that whole battle with the bird of prey, I think, is going to be revolved around that, because I think Rios in the trailer says, "Where'd that come from?" So it's going to decloak, and because Maddox on board after they've found out he's not on the planet. So that's kind of my thought for that. As for the super beam weapon, again, that could be. I was going to say escaping the Romulan planet after the fight in the bar, but I don't know. Free Cloud might be the one with the shield on it for some reason, because it's like a casino planet. So it's hard to say, but it's a big super death laser phaser thing. Yeah, I don't know. So that one confuses me. I thought it was all part of the same battle. Maybe another ship comes in or something.
Yeah, the vibe's quite different as well.
Yeah.
This is why it's helpful to have like TOS phase beams stay blue, so that then era, like, there are things that link to eras, you know, and things that's linked to, you know, if it's green it's one thing, if it's red it's another thing. It kind of helps, you know. If everyone fires green disruptors, what can you do?
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, yeah, I'm wondering if we're gonna get if the episode's actually about Free Cloud, or is it about picking up the other Romulan guy? Because they play it as if it's about the other Romulan guy, but they're going to Free Cloud, and I can't see Free Cloud being a Romulan-only planet. That's two places, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I could see that one being, yeah, start there, goes poorly. Maybe the elf guy is the one they got into Free Cloud secretly, or maybe they have to hire a Romulan ship, and you know, guys, there's so many versions it could be. So I was assuming that Bird would probably be later in the season.
Yeah.
Or it's just literally just a border defense ship, like they have to go into Romulan space. Because I assumed that was going to be like one of the things that try to stop them getting to the cube. And it just happened to be a retro style because, you know, things come back into fashion. But yeah, I mean, you know, could have stolen Maddox. But then how would they have found Maddox that easily? Because the Jap Vash are that ahead of everyone, and yet their assassins are worth nothing. You can't really have both power levels, you know. And wouldn't they then kill Soji, because then they know where Maddox is, where the nest is? So you don't think they could have captured Maddox yet? It would be too quick. Unless that means that she then has to be killed, and Maddox knows where she is, and therefore that's why they run, because you see him running with Hugh. They have to escape her at some point.
Is that running scene in the next element? Okay.
No. But it is coming. I mean, these are things we do know, you know?
Yeah. Fleet Plus Whipback puts in $2
Thank you.
and says, hit 150, let's get to 200. Hashtag Picard like spike.
Oh, and what does he mean, Stuart? What are you referring to, our wonderful moderator?
Hit the like button. Hit it. There's 244 of you here, which is awesome. So we can easily get to 200. Just hit that like button and help us out.
I'm shocked we're not 200 already. I mean, we're 156. I want to see the like button. Click it.
Do it. Jarzia, though, $5 Canadian. Could that force field be to protect from supernova radiation? Also, this join feature was a great idea. You've already picked up about $100 a month. Yeah.
I mean, that would be great. Jeez.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Yeah, join button, guys. You can go join the channel and get some cool stuff. So, as for the supernova radiation protection, I love that. If this is in an area that's wasn't destroyed by the supernova, but is affected by the radiation of said supernova, I think that's a fantastic idea. I like it. I think you're onto something there, maybe.
The problem is I like that, but that links lots of weird things together. Because you would assume that the black hole that Spock created, that he sacrificed his life for, basically, would suck up the radiation.
I don't think it was successful.
But the universe wasn't destroyed by the supernova.
I know. That's because it's been downgraded to just a regular supernova. Because Romulus still got destroyed in the end. So
yeah, but it got destroyed before he did the red matter, so it was always going to get destroyed. You know.
True, I guess. Hold on, I gotta go to the washroom. We'll be right back.
Okie doke. Let me talk to you wonderful people then. See, now is your chance to talk to me without Stuart. When does that ever happen? So what do you want to say about Stuart, for Stuart, how great he is? Because isn't he just the greatest? Is there a like button on mobile? Yes, there is. I'm sure Spock's part is still canon. Yes. The ability to destroy a Borg cube is insignificant next to the power of Free Cloud. That's funny. All hail the Free Cloud. Just forget about Spock and the Red Matter. Novel doesn't even mention it. What, the new novel? Yeah, what's that novel even about? But you can't forget about Spock and the Red Matter because we know that the show is based on 09 and based on the Countdown comics, which were then decanonized. So you can't forget about that. That's the only reason we've lost Romulus is because of that. It's the only reason. Ooh, maybe Seven is shooting up a bark through in Free Cloud. I like that. I want to join at the 10 forward bartender level. How much? I guess just some green. Some green every...
Man, Yes. Did I miss the trailers?
No. Ooh, Free Club will be run by Ferengi. That would be a great excuse to bring Ferengi back.
I can totally see that too.
And that'd be one of those nice, like, hey, we'll reveal Picard and Troy, Troy and Riker to get some yay, but we'll throw typical races in and not give them any promotions so that it's nice surprises. That's great. I like that because we've seen Andorians and they were perfect, absolutely spot on Andorians. We saw the Discovery alien, short, whatever, look fine. So yeah, Ferengi would be a great touch.
Spino Breaker though throws in $2 Australian. Red Matter versus Borg Cube. Red Matter would win. Boom.
It wins everything.
Yes.
And it wins if you shoot an entire red matter torpedo, a single drop of red matter, or an entire ship filled with it. It all does the exact same thing. Because they were dumb and gave him all of it. Even though it was completely unuseful. Or unuseful.
And Jason6690, welcome to Commander rank. You're part of the Trekyards crew.
That's awesome. Yes, grow the fleet, says Zeraxis.
250 people here. You guys are great. So if you can super chat, please do so. If you can't, hit the like button. And if you want to join the channel, there's a join button now. It's really fun. We've been having fun with it. So it'll be an ongoing thing. So join the channel. Help us out if you can.
And I mean, there's small things you can do, but yeah, it could almost keep the channel going even longer. Doesn't take much. Spine Breaker, wouldn't that make the Borg a non-threat going forwards if you can red matter them?
Yeah, but you don't want to create wormholes, or not wormholes, black holes everywhere. I don't know. I think they're very temporary black holes. From what we saw in 2009 when the one opened up by Earth, it just kind of eventually closed up. And so I think it's very short term.
And I would assume that you have to activate red matter. That if you if you fire a nuclear missile at somewhere in the world, if you shoot it down, it won't go nuclear. It's got to reaction to go nuclear. Otherwise, it's just a missile. So I'd assume that it's just a weapon like anything else. You can destroy a red matter ship, and it won't go kablooey. But you have to activate it to go black hole. So the Borg could just shoot the ship down. I mean, in terms of them not being a threat. Or I could see them. I'm honestly, I could see the Borg adapting. Black hole shielding. Design shields. I mean, they've got a billion bits. But anyway, Green Force. Sorry.
Sorry, I just don't buy that the black hole stays because they destroyed Vulcan, so every other planet in the Vulcan system would eventually just get sucked into this black hole. It would just, I don't know. I think it's very temporary. So.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's as powerful as plot, because in that movie they both do go back in time and don't go back in time depending on what the plot needs. So they're non-thought out nonsense. As I said before, just ignore 09. Just ignore it. It adds nothing to anything. Doesn't add anything to anything. But yeah, the red beam's cool. Although, what if it's like a homing beacon? Like it's a complete misdirect. It's not actually a death laser. It's like a homing beacon.
And don't buy it for 4 seconds. 3 seconds you had me, but 4 seconds no.
Okay. Oh yeah, we forgot about the birds, the hollow birds.
Yeah.
Because there are lots of abstract images that tend to sort of appear, and that was definitely one of them.
Yeah, the hollow birds. It feels to me like it might be the same planet as the Romulan thing. So, is there some kind of holographic recreation of it before they get there? Is Picard watching a holographic presentation of it the first time he met this kid? I don't know. The bird confused me. I completely forgotten about the bird. Or maybe they just... Romulus was destroyed. So to recreate the birds that are on Romulans, because Romulans have a thing with birds. Most of their ships are named after birds on their planet. So maybe they just recreate holographic birds to make it feel more like home.
I love that so much.
There's projectors around the town that just look.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? I mean, if your homeworld died and you're all sad about your homeworld, put hollow animals around. Give you a bit. That's brilliant. That's perfect. Because there might be a scene where Picard is, so say we're in the past or in the present, doesn't really matter, Picard's talking to somebody, he looks out the window and he sees the birds going to say, something's wrong with your birds. Or isn't that a Romulus Pterodactylian diarrhothic eagle? I thought they were all killed with Romulus. Well, yes, but that's great. That'd be nice. That'd be an interesting touch, actually.
Well, Zeraxa says, why not import actual birds, though? Maybe they can't live on this particular planet, and the planet got destroyed, Romulus, but they could scoop some like Noah's Ark to take with them.
Stuart,
but maybe
if they didn't even save their people, they're not saving the birds. They chose not to save all. They have an empire of ships. They could have saved their people. They're not saving the birds.
Legit, I'm just trying to explain things. It could be that there's not enough of them, that they're still endangered, so they have these projectors to make them seem more abundant. Eugene, welcome to Commander rank. Eugene is now on equal footing with you, Commander, so thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, man.
I just came up with that explanation for the holographic birds on the spot, and I think it's the best, if anything. Zeraxis, $2. Do the hollow birds still crash into windows? I mean, I'm sure you could program it that way.
Do it. Why not?
Yeah. But if a bird crashes into your window, that's an indication there's going to be a death in your family, or it was according to wives' tales and superstitions. So I don't know if you don't want to do that necessarily.
But the real question, if a holographic bird hits a window and no one's around, does it make a sound? Such a non-joke as well.
Just see it hitting the window, just nothing happens.
Yeah. Anyway, so what do you think of this planet on principle? We've got many Romulans, many variations of Romulans, and Romulans only. What do you think about the vibe and what that could mean? Or is it just going to be very literal in what it means?
It's very literal in what it means. It's just a population that was, moved there from Romulus to avoid the destruction of the planet. And because they weren't all like welcoming to the Federation or whatever, there'd be Romulan-only establishments because there's still a lot of the Romulans could still be xenophobic or whatever. That's what I get. So it's just a colony that doesn't want to lose its Romulanness. So.
Oh, it's going to be Romulan first. Make Romulus great again. This is new Romulus. It's going to be that parallel.
Yeah, I can see that.
I actually love the rationale. I was thinking something different, but it's been so many years. Like, people have resettled. This is a spacefaring advanced race, warp replicators. You can terraform a planet. You can build a series of like these buildings look like this by choice. This isn't a rustic, downtrodden planet. They've chosen to be this sort of old school look. You can't tell me they've run out of money or credit or power. No, of course they didn't. This is an empire. It's fine. But you're right. What if this is a subset that there was because obviously, Romulans didn't. There's a reason they were so held back. They were so secret. They were so, like I say, xenophobic. Just to be a planet of just people that are very much like-minded. We don't want non-humans. We've been non-humaning our entire life. This is just one of our planets, But I assume it's in Romulan space. Like, it'd be weird if it was in the neutral zone. So then this has got to be the secondary mission. Maybe at Free Cloud they say we've got to get to this planet. It's in Romulan space. That's why this is why it's the ship attacking is a border control ship.
I would buy that as well. Defending the planet. Yeah.
Well, I just meant as they cross Romulan border, it then attacks them.
Or because the bar says Romulans only. That could be this particular settlement is very anti anyone else, so they would have attack craft to make sure nobody approaches the planet.
Yeah, that's why I say border, because it's more general. Because if we're in space, if we're in Roman space, there isn't a ship going to orbit every Roman planet just to stop outsiders. Like, you're already in the space, you're already betraying the treaties if you go into the borders. So it's already a moot point. That's why you do borders, not planets.
Not a band account puts in $2. This just deconstruction of Picard is like The Last Jedi Luke.
Oh.
And yeah, people have been comparing Free Cloud to Canto Bite, and I think it's the same kind of vibe. It's that casino kind of planety, and I love that it would be organized and controlled by the Ferengi. I think that'd be cool.
I mean, we don't know literally anything yet, so that's quite an assumption straight away.
Well, we got the dice. As soon as she saw Free Cloud, it was like an ad because you saw the dice roll, and I get a casino vibe from it.
I know why. I get more of the hacker vibe. As like the underground, black market dealer people. There might be some random establishments like that, but I think it's more of a. This is where you go to lose information and gain information. But definitely,
interesting.
Because it's Free Cloud, it sounds like free the internet, free information. That's what I got from it. Because what does Free Cloud mean for a casino? That doesn't link to me. Dice, yes, but not the.
Well, it's just the name of it. It's just the name of the colony that eventually became a casino. I don't know. I don't think the name should be taken literally, though.
Well, then why should the dice be taken literally? I mean, see?
Because it's pretty. We're going to Free Cloud, and the Free Cloud thing that popped up on our computer was the dice.
But it was like...
So either Free Cloud is a planet, Free Cloud is a city, Free Cloud is a colony, Free Cloud is a casino. It's either one of those things. It's like broken down, right?
I think hacker location, colony of intellectual people.
Well, you're calling that. I'm calling casino.
Yeah, but I mean, probably both. But I think Ferengi should definitely be there. That is absolute must.
Well, if the Ferengi are there, they would deal in information as well behind the scenes.
Exactly.
So we could both be right.
Yeah. Well, it might be just a colony that people know to go to where you can gamble and how great would it be as Picard walks in, they yell Dabo, and then simple.
All right. Yeah, puts in $5. Various Romulan flora and fauna could have well been exploited off Romulus colonies centuries ago, especially if they're important to the Romulan culture. Absolutely.
Sure.
Captain Casey Stewart.
But we're assuming that there's a reason they're holographic, so we're giving a reason. I mean, they could have migrated beings for thousands of years, but they're not real.
And it could be
so.
Yeah, it could be that they're scattered over many different planets, and this particular planet can't maintain that kind of bird, but it's very important to them.
Or he just wants birds right next to his house because it's nice.
Yeah, or it could have to do with the monks and the temple. Maybe their birds are important to the temple. They don't have them on this planet, so the projectors simulate the birds. So, Captain Casey Stewart, welcome to the ranks of captain, sir. He's now a captain as well. Through the Zeraxis, $2. What if Free Cloud is on Nimbus 3? Hey, that'd be cool. It would fit.
I would be all for that, and that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wouldn't it be a great rebrand? It's like after the shitty incident of Nimbus 3, they rebranded it Free Cloud because it's like this is dead. This is a dead colony. Free Cloud, yeah. The planet of galactic free No, that's good. That'd be good.
That would be good.
Although you get the desert vibe again, which would be the same orange yellow again. We've had that every single, Yeah. But that's cool, and that's
Yeah. Eugene puts in 250 rubles. Maybe free trade, some space stations in some nebula. It's space if you want to buy a moon. Well, we know that Quark's brother owned a moon, so sure.
I mean, that would be great to see like a, not K7, but civilian-style space station as they warp in. That would be perfect. Space station orbiting. And I love that. Free Cloud is a place where you deal with the really big things. If you want to buy something really extreme, do you want to buy an old D7 battlecruiser? You go to Free Cloud. Shit, that would be really cool. And then you can imagine, kind of like with Enterprise, where they're selling to Pol, and you get a sense it's like a really place. You can imagine like walking through and there's holograms of things they're selling, and you see really obscure, cool things. That'd be really cool. That'd be really, really cool.
Joshua Clark said, "Is the join button on mobile?" I cannot find it. From what I read earlier, it's not on all mobile devices yet.
So what I'm seeing is that if you click the super chat button, then it now asks you what you want to do. So just click the super chat button, and the join is through that. There's no separate button. It's just super chat button.
Well, on the main Facebook page on the computer, there is a join button right beside the subscribe button.
On the YouTube page, but I mean during the live right now.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There's a join button. There is. Cool.
Yeah, it's right beside super chat. So
let me see if.
There you go.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, so there you go. You just go and you click the join, the super chat button, and the join, and there you go. That was very cool. Join this channel. Oh, it's very exciting. It's a whole new way of supporting. It's cool.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're all welcome.
Yeah.
Jacob Tinkenell says, Trekyards, what Sam said about selling to Paul, I'm thinking Orion's would be interesting.
That's true.
I missed something. Was that while I was peeing?
No. A second ago I said like the place where they sold to Paul, like that sort of dingy vibe where you can sell things that you wouldn't be able to get anywhere else, like that high-end place. Orion's,
Gotcha.
I mean, that would be so logical. They've already done Orion's in Discovery, so they have that pipeline set up. But wouldn't that be cool if Picard and, I guess, Ravi... Yep.
Rios.
No, I actually mean Ravi, if her name's Ravi.
Oh, Raffi.
Raffi, thank you. Because he probably stay with the ship. Where she has like a personal agenda. She might say, right, stay back, stay with me, John Luke. And you can see she walks by, she has to, the guards are Orion, the people at the door are Ferengi. What a there's no reach there. And as you walk in, there's a Klingon with like a destroyed half a face. And that's the establishment introduction. That'd be great. Wow, perfect.
Yeah.
And we see some Discovery era Klingon armor like on the wall because that's his trinket and it's all bloodied, and then we see like a sash like Worf, and that's cool.
Richard Joy says, would love to see Free Cloud actually being a large station in the clouds, very much like Stratos from TOS or Cloud City from Star Wars.
That
it would be cool if it was an orbit of, or not orbit, but low or high orbit of like a gas giant. So it's literally a planet that's clouds.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Cloud-like material, and there's a city either orbiting the planet or actually in low orbit.
Do you remember that space station in Voyager, which is like a massive network of this big open thing, and Voyager's like upside down with a yeah, kind of like that. I'm picturing a small space station, but with these like docking bays and like clouds. They span out in every direction. There's just hundreds of ships attached. I mean, that obviously was a massive CG budget to attain that. We're talking really big scope there, but that's cool. I mean, I'd be kind of now disappointed if it was just a planet and it's like a little like a few buildings which they built with a practical set. It's like, that's Free Cloud on a space station, over a gas giant. That's great.
Set ourselves up for failure when we do these prediction videos. You know that, right?
Well, yeah, I know.
Disappointment.
But I've said now 3 episodes in a row. I think they are making cheaper episodes up front to spend it where it needs to be spent, because these episodes do not feel they feel movie-y, but like indie movie-y.
Yeah.
Anyone can buy these cameras if you've got enough money, and they're not that expensive. Like indie studios have them all the time, and even YouTubers have Reds. It's not that difficult. But if you're going to build a big space station, that's a bit. But I can imagine Free Club being a multiple. Like they'll come back to it, so it's worth building a big cool thing. It's like, you've seen Firefly, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like the baddie guy's space station that they go back to like 3 times. And it's quite an elaborate station. Like, that was an investment, and it pays off, and it's great. So I can see that possibly being a thing. And I can imagine almost this episode might be like, it feels bigger budget. It feels bigger. There's more to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
200 likes. We did it, says Jerzia. Sweet.
Excellent. Yes. And 260 people watching, which is actually really, really good. And E. Ferris, man, I really want to see a floating gas giant colony now. I know.
That's a Batha gas mine.
And Medallion says that they're greeted by the owner of Free Cloud, Mando Caridzian.
Yes.
Perfect. So do we have anything else from here?
Swiftback $2, and for 200 again at 250. Can we do it? Hashtag make me pay. Yeah. 261 of you here. That means we have a very strong chance of getting 250 likes. Just hit the like button. I'm daring you to do it. Like, I don't think you can do it. Just click it on your mobile device. Use your mouse cursor and click it on your computer. Click it. Click it. Click it.
And that is 250,000 people. That's awesome. It's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Now, I want to give him a bit of full credit for the art design for these Romulans. Mm-hmm. Like this group picture, great. Spot on. You know, nothing but praise for this scene. I noticed they're Romulans. You know, back in the first trailer that we didn't expect they were. I was like, oh, there's Romulans. It makes sense.
It's like Lord of the Rings was filming right beside Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
the vibe I get.
Oh, and something else like a medieval drama, and they all have robes. Yeah, and that as well. But it's weird. I mean, I really do hope the swashbuckling thing is just such a small thing because it feels, you know, or they'll stunt. Oh, they might stunt double Picard. Cut to back, and he's doing this big broad strokes, and it cuts to his face. He's like, you could do it.
I could see them doing that. I could see them doing that. Thrib says, I pressed the like button every time you say it, just hope you say it an odd number of times. No. See, if it's blue, you did not do. Well, if it's not blue, you did not do. You click it to make it blue. Yeah, make sure it's blue. Yeah, don't do it every time I say it. Good God. Our likes would be going like this. Anyway.
So yeah, there isn't that much more in this next time on, except this semi-incestuous scene again with his brother and sister. And
don't we get a scene at Chateau Picard with him Rafi's sitting in his study saying it's not only a bad idea, it's a stupid idea or something.
Oh.
So we're going to get back to Chateau Picard at some point, which pisses me off.
Why does it piss you off, Stuart?
Unless it's a flashback to right after she got fired.
But she's in the same costume and makeup as she
was. She's not. Shut up. Don't ruin it for me.
Oh.
Why does it piss me off? Because I'm sick of seeing the Chateau Picard. I mean, yeah, it was great to see it the first episode or two, but the fact that they always keep going back there is really hurting the story and the plot. We need to get to Soji. We need to find out what's going on. I don't think there's going to be much Soji in this episode. You did point out the Narek and his sister there, so
there'll be some.
Yeah.
We were here last night with a very interesting live, I thought, about how many plot threads there were, and there are a ton. And a lot of them are really interesting, but they can't possibly address them all, you know. So this scene could possibly be a flashback. He's got tea again. I bet they're going to make another Earl Grey joke again. But they say they haven't seen each other in years, so it kind of... Unless this is what really makes them fall out. Maybe he goes straight to the chateau after he's fired. She comes straight to him because she's not wearing the exact same outfit. She's not wearing like the tactical gear. She's wearing the same under, but not the over. And what if she's gone there and is like, Jean-Luc, I've got a plan. And he's like, no, I've resigned myself this life. No, you shit, and leaves.
I can see him saying that. You know, Starfleet's not Starfleet. I am going to stay here and tend to my grapes, and I'm going to love it. God damn it! And then later, as we saw him say, you know, I tried to belong here. I tried to fit in here, and I can't. Yeah. I can't do it. And he's tried for years. I would buy it if this is a flashback scene. That's what I would hope for, because I don't want him to have to go back to Earth.
Yeah, because that would be such a shame. But we know Seven's there. We know he has to. Ugh.
Oh shit, that's true.
Because it's not even that it's a bad place to be. I do think that when they chose to split through 2 episodes into 3, it just overstayed its welcome. You know, I mean, the chateau in All Good Things is what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And it's perfect. You know, you can have too much of a smart thing because Shadow is smart. It's neither good nor bad, depends how you use it. But you can overuse a logical thing. Oh, and Brett Barrow says, nope, you can see the necklace. Yeah, you can, absolutely. Yeah, there you go. There you go. See, now it's in the future. But this is...
Oh, Soji's necklace is there? Or Daj's necklace? Sorry.
Great. I also noticed something there, but I couldn't make sense of what it was. Great catch there, Brett. You're earning your paycheck that you're paying us to be a rank.
Your commander... I think your commander grade. Oh, well... While you're zooming in, not a band account puts in $2. We'll build a wall and Romulans will pay for it. No, we'll build a energy shield around the planet.
Well, there was one. Holy hell.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, God, wouldn't that be just the worst thing?
I can see that being a thing. They actually put Romulans on a planet in Federation space, and because Starfleet is anti-Romulan, they built a force field around it so they couldn't leave the planet. Much like... I hate to draw parallels to modern politics, but the wall for Mexico, they don't want the Mexicans coming into the U.S. The Federation doesn't want these people leaving this planet because it's Federation space, and they're Romulans, and of course we know that most of the people oppose the Romulans being helped in Starfleet. So,
or at least enough to make a difference, which I still hate and doesn't make sense. I can't imagine it'd be to stop them from leaving. I would just imagine, because part of the whole Trump thing is that it's controlled immigration. It's not about stopping it. It's about you shouldn't be illegal because it ruins the system. You should be legal. That's why there's legal immigration. So I can imagine maybe that there's like a little star base above the planet, and like in Rogue One, which is the access point to this planet, and the rest of it's shielded, so you could go through the proper, if you have the right papers, you can go through. Maybe they have to try and go through a different way. I can see that being a thing. Space wall force field. But the thing is, if they haven't got spaceships, what's the point? Like 99% of Romulans are just people. They're not aiming to be big spy murdery, Tomahawks with fleets. But that's it. We know they want to make parallels, and to Brexit as well. So that's part of Patrick's interest. Oh God, we've got this set of nuns. Oh yeah, the nuns with Picard in his just his jacket from his house. That's just his outfit
with a comm badge on it,
which I'm fine with. Good for them for.
But he looks like, somebody mentioned it earlier, it looks like a Indiana Jones villain. Or an archaeologist or something.
He looks like Hammond from Jurassic Park 1 with a hat.
Yeah. We spared no expense getting here. Look, I got you a Three Musketeers book. Spared no expense. Replicator credits.
So what do you guys think? I think it's been a good discussion. But this trailer is very uninformative. I do like that. I do prefer not knowing things. I like that the lower deck, the ready room was distinctly, this is obviously a flashback, and flashbacks are only going to be so much of the time. So I like that we didn't learn much. But they could go anywhere from now. This was as I said, this is the pilot. I just hope they do a good job. I'm not committed to if it will or won't be.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this episode, honestly. The coolest thing in it for me is going to be the old Romulan ship attacking them. But if it's mainly about the elf boy, and I'm just not stoked about it.
Because it is so ambiguous, could go anywhere. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, so calling it right now, I don't think I'm going to enjoy this one very much, besides that one particular scene. But then again, the trailers are meant to be deceptive. This could be really great. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah. But yeah, Joey Kerr, hopefully it picks up pace from now. Hopefully, I can imagine it's a very busy first half with Freecloud, and then the last bit is getting the other guy. He's a step to the next step, but they do an action scene, because that would help momentum of leaving for Freecloud, and then we're at Freecloud. So I can imagine the first shot might be the ship at warp, traveling at camera, cut to inside. Right, we're 1 minute from leaving hyperspace. What? Nothing. Pulls back a lever, and the stars go. Nothing. Ignore it. Warp didn't like that in my day.
It won't be a lever; it'll be a hologram, because that's what he used to accelerate.
A hologram lever that they have to go. It'll be. We're gonna see Discovery warp, because they will say, "Well, we already have the asset. It's cheaper to reuse the asset," and thereby canonizing warp as looking like that in 2 eras, and a big fuck you to people. When I've got the warp scene file, it's not difficult. Use warp properly. Yeah. So I guess percentage-wise, how much this episode will be actually Freecloud, or is that a red herring? And how much will be so how much will, if you have a percentage, guys, let us know as well. And please, we're obviously, I think we're out of topics here, so guys, you control what we talk about now. Stuart, if you had to, so have 100%, how much is going to be Freecloud based? How much will be Soji based, and just Borg in general? How much is going to be Romulan planet based, and how much is going to be Chateau Picard based? If you had to sort of, as a split.
Well, I'll get into that in just 1 second. I just want to say hello to the Dude's Kitchen, who says, really dig your channel, guys.
Oh,
It looks like one of those first times here, so welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy it,
thank you.
thank you for commenting. We really appreciate that. So,
Yeah, we do try.
all right, so throw me one of those many things you listed.
Sorry. So the Shadow Picard. Start with the hope for the least.
15%.
Okay. Borg and Soji. Borg and Soji.
You're frozen. Borg and Soji, I'd say 5%.
Ooh, okay. And then so you're at 20% now.
It has to add up. Good God. Luckily, that'll be fun. All right. Okay, yeah, anyway.
Okay. And then how much split between Romulan planet and Free Cloud? So you've got 80% to play with here.
I know. So 30% Romulan planet, 30% Free Cloud, and the rest flashbacks. Which I consider the flashbacks separate because it's basically a different story, even though it happened on the same planet. It's a Romulan planet, probably, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of flashback exposition, I think.
It's the only way they can tell narrative, really.
Yeah, so that's kind of my breakdown of it.
Okay. I'm going to go with 30% Free Cloud, 20% Romulan planet, less than we think. I think quicker than we think. So it's 50%.
Shut up, Picard.
Yeah. 30% Soji, more than we think.
Okay.
So we're gonna get Hugh, Soji, twins of those. I've got 20% left, and then I'll say, if you include flashbacks, a separate 10% flashbacks and 10% Chateau. I think we might end. Yeah, I think we're gonna end back on the Chateau at the end, which then leads into Seven appearing in the next one.
Ah, okay. I like that.
Because the mission might be so successful or so failure that they have to go back in the same episode.
But you gotta think, Starfleet's watching them, Commander O is watching them. They can't be going to and from Earth. They gotta get the hell away from Earth and not keep coming back.
Well, we'd write that, Stuart.
I know we would.
They shouldn't go back to Earth again.
No.
This should be space now.
The end of the season.
The end.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Eugene, though, 500 rubles.
Thank you.
In the shot with the elf guy, there are letters on the wall. The script doesn't seem to be Romulan, but I found lookalike via Google. Hey Kasulka, which is apparently fan-made script for fan-made Idrani language.
My goodness.
You're crazy, Eugene. But he's back with 250 rubles again. From what I can find on Google, main site is down. It's inspired by Vulcan. Is it fan service or blatant ripoff? It's ancient Romulan before they developed their new language that we see on their consoles and stuff. And it's not quite Vulcan, but there's still that tie-in because they left Vulcan. So it would be my guess. Because it's a monastery or a monkery, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Well, I mean, there's no reason to assume it's not a planet that existed before the supernova. Like, it's just a place people went. I mean, it's kind of stupid to think it wasn't just a colony, like a general. I mean, there's hundreds of colonies, at least 100 plus. And someone had a good non-super chat comment. Wake Roberts, are we sure that Free Cloud isn't the Romulan planet? Because we have assumed that from second one. Why?
I'm pretty sure it's not, because she said that's where Maddox is. The tie-in with him being on a Romulan planet seems iffy at best, considering the flashbacks and stuff we've seen. So I think this is just another side quest to get Legolas here on board the crew. So I think they're going to go to Free Cloud, or stop on the way to get him.
Yes.
Then go to Free Cloud and maybe end the episode. Well, we can't end the episode of Free Cloud because it shot up Picard. Anyway, so they either stop on the way to get him, or they go to Free Cloud, find out Maddox isn't there, but the Romulans attacked them. There's a Romulan connection, so they need a Romulan, so they go to this guy. And that's kind of the way I see it happening anyway.
Yeah, no, mostly because the sense of this is totally different to what Free Cloud should be. Now, it might be the Romulan Free Cloud service. Maybe they're like the last remnants of the Tal Shiar. But But I still hate the idea of this Roman Empire being destroyed. I mean, everything should still be functioning, especially after 20 years. Like, there's a new government, a new planet, like, you know, there's no remnants of Tal Shiar, there's just the Tal Shiar. Like, they're just an active group. There's no, like, oh my god, they're all destroyed. No, the Senate got out, the Praetor got out, the families got out. Like, it's fine. They just lost 2 planets. Or a planet and a moon, depending how you consider that. If Remus was a thing or not.
So yeah, I think it's ancient writing, but it's it does very much feel Vulcan-esque. But the Vulcans right up and down, Romulans go side to side, but it looks like a combination of both of them, to be honest. So just early Romulan, I think.
Could be a joint colony that was set up.
After unification? Yeah.
They've never gone into, why would they? I mean, we've only had 09 in 3 episodes. How much Spock was a success in between, and how much, you know, what if there are just joint colonies where people just want to be one people, and that might explain how Tal Shiar husband, maybe he could be a Vulcan because he's so not Romulan acting, and you know, just people that just want to, you know, be together and have an interesting life, or those that don't want. I mean, because the Vulcan Empire is also several planets, so I mean, there could be people that don't want to be ultra Vulcan-y.
Yeah. SWTX Chaser puts in $2. Lord of the Rings meets The Expanse? ?
Yeah.
Xeraxis says, Trekyards, I'm like 75% sure that the chateau scene will take place on some form of holodeck on the ship, but maybe I've missed something, or I'm creating. Well, why would you want to create your Chateau Picard on the ship?
And why would you?
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's more, why would you program it to include the necklace? I guess he could have brought the necklace with him. He probably would have, but yeah, it was more to have a cheap set. We're already on the set. Let's film holodeck. Just build a holodeck grid. I think it would look way cooler to have a blank room with the stripes, then have like a desk on a random holodeck. Like, why do you need the exterior? Just have the set pieces. Or that could just be a red herring completely, that we don't go back to Chateau Picard.
Andrew Reynolds puts in $2 and says, seems like Seven's at Free Cloud. Probably see her right at the end. Yeah, but she walks into either his study or his bedroom while he's getting a drink. Yeah. He's getting a drink, and she's like, so what you doing, Picard? Trying to save the world? Which, again, could be a flashback, and they could run into her on Free Cloud.
And I would prefer that. I would absolutely prefer that.
I would absolutely prefer that as well. Whether that's the case or not, we'll have to wait and see.
Because they were saying that Seven's first meeting with Picard is what you see in the footage. Like, she said that, and I hate that to no end. But Patrick, you know, might not have aged much in those 20 years. So that could be him from any part of the timeline of those 20 years. So yeah, I'd much prefer the idea of him being, you know, fired, let himself go, and then 6 years later, Seven comes asking for his help to be part of the Renegade group, because she's like a border person, and then yeah, that's great. I mean, finding Seven here, because if she's not in the season soon, she won't be in the season much at all.
Well, that's the feeling I get. She's not going to have a big role.
Yeah, even though the season should be like, she should be a primary, like she should be a primary character.
Yeah.
But none of them are really primary characters. Even Picard is not doing that much as a primary. It's so fragmented, and we're introducing new characters, you know.
And Jacob Tinknell says, Trekyards, do we actually see Seven saying those words? Could it be clever editing?
Yeah, I'll find the clips.
I'm pretty sure we see her saying those words, but
100%.
I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
I will go look.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, the Chateau Picard thing's really throwing me off. If that wasn't in this, it'd be a lot easier to. Because just going back, it's either. I hope it's a flashback. I really do. Man. But let's see. We got anything else? It looks like a samurai western. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely, it does. Let's see. Yeah, I'd trade all of the scenes with half of the crew for more of Seven. Yeah.
Saving one out here, Picard.
Not a band account puts in $1.99. Renee is a villain. Section 31 fake death raised him.
Saving.
Renee. Who's Renee?
Picard's dead family.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
So, this is the scene in question. Now, yes, you could argue clever editing in a small way, because a blonde person looks at Picard in his house while getting a drink. It then cuts to a blonde person in a place that looks like it could be his house saying something to him. So you could theoretically make it Agnes.
Mm-hmm.
You could, but
I doubt
this
it.
doesn't look like Free Cloud. Yeah.
But that scene of her face on is when she says, "You're trying to save the world."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah.
But Pew Pew, I love it being. Definitely should be Pew Pew Free Cloud. She should be the reveal there.
Mm-hmm.
She should join the crew as well. Be part of the crew from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's such a good actress, and she plays that character so well, and the depth of exposition she can give. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Travis Foster. I guess Picard didn't even care about the Remans. No one even mentioned them. Yeah, that is weird. No one cares about little Remans.
Again, I think that's something that'll come up, at least in a line of dialogue.
Should do. I mean, it's not been the important point so far. So
Yeah.
that's fine. But, yeah.
Will Singleton puts in $5. Sorry, late to the live. Was at work.
It's okay.
Completely off topic, but I wanted to say there is a shot in the season 1 preview where you see O doing a mind meld. Yeah, with Agnes.
Yes. I hope people forget about that, because...
Well, they did until now.
Yeah, no, it's a shame when you remember things. It's like, oh, they gave so many little things away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what else from that trailer hasn't come out yet? You have...
Running down the hallway.
Yep.
Cradling dead body.
Oh,
Very little of
flying.
Rios.
The ship's flying at Mars.
Yeah, very little of Rios in the trailer. Trailers. FlowX831 puts in $5.
Thank you.
Right when the show started on IMDb, Jerry Ryan was listed as only being in 2 episodes. They took it down very quickly within a couple of days. That could have been a mistake on their part, and she is only in 2. But we also know we can't really trust IMDb. So,
yeah, because they said that O was only in 1 episode, but she's in 2. So, IMDb is what people put up. I doubt Jerry Ryan actively said, "Oh, I'm going to put my own IMDb up." You tend to have, it's essentially part of your contract. You have agents do it. But you have to care enough to do it, and you only do it at certain times. So, IMDb is a weird thing. It's a really weird thing. You would think it'd be the automatic, but then it's not. And...
Well, Trekyards is on IMDb, and yeah, it hasn't been updated in forever because we have to do it ourselves. So,
we had seasons, and it was a whole thing.
Unless somebody wants to update our IMDb for us, let us know. Contact us.
What, we have like 73 seasons of 12 episodes, and Jesus Christ. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but we are on there, so it's just...
It's nice to see the reviews when we get reviews. It's like, oh, cool. People like us. See, the Free Cloud, when Seven's shooting things, definitely could be a case... Oh, well, yeah, she is in the chateau, because you see her in the chateau.
Who have no one else to help them. I help people who have no one else to help them.
Yeah, she says, I help people who have no one else to help them. And he's wearing a blue jumper, which you haven't seen him wear yet. So that hopefully a flashback. I'm calling that. That's a digitally de-aged flashback from years ago. In the next episode, the one after that, where she comes to him. Yeah.
Opens up.
And that explains some backstory. Because they love flashbacks, so let's reintroduce every character to our flashbacks. And then she shoots in Free Cloud. She's wearing the same jacket, but I mean, whatever. You wear the same things.
Man of Sand says, why would 7 of 9 show up at the vineyard? And that's a very good question, considering the first thing she says is, you're trying to save the world, Picard? My thought is she got wind of this little mission somehow and is coming to see what it's all about. Or she has information that Soji's on the Borg cube. from some source.
I don't see it as strange at all. You know, she's not Rogue, but she's not Federation. She's not Starfleet, and you know, she wants to join. She wants to go. Yeah, it's just, you know, she needs him. She goes to him. That's it. I mean, you know, he lives on the Vineyard. She goes to the Vineyard. It's not really rocket science, particularly. But guys, shall we say final fire and super chats for questions, comments, thoughts, speed run, even like $1. We'd love to hear what you guys think for the last few minutes.
I don't think you can do a comment with $1 super chat though.
For $1.99, you can. Yeah.
Mortimus Maximus asks, how long can I mind meld affect somebody and have them act out of character? No idea. I thought mind melds were more not controlling someone, so essentially just getting information. But that's probably why Agnes said I didn't lie to her, because I'm really bad at lying. The only conscious decision she could have is what she told Picard. The thing I didn't tell her was that I'm joining you. So she got all the information from her mind anyway. So Fleet Pass Swiftback puts in $5. Going to pay on faith for 250 likes. Do you prefer Seven's hair this way or how she wore it in Voyager? Personally, I prefer it this way. I prefer it that way as well. Down, I think, is really sexy. So, just saying.
Yeah.
Samuel, do you have a preference?
I mean, any Seven's good, really. You know. You know.
Having it tied up though, it makes her seem like a bit of a librarian.
I mean, she was so perfect in Voyager. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, she looked great like that. I mean, you know what I mean.
I have other things I could say, but I'm not going to. Eugene though throws in 250 rubles. Are Romulans unable to mind meld, or is it they wanted us, or is that what they wanted us to think? Never clarified, but considering that they basically Vulcans, I'm sure they could train themselves in the techniques should they need to.
I mean, but Romulans, so mind melds come from the psychic abilities. Romulans, yes. They never play into that.
No, because they left Vulcan before that, before the time of Sarek, didn't they?
Yes. Well, around that time.
But it's something they could learn after the fact from a Vulcan.
Possibly. That's never been gone into. That's actually that's interesting. That's never been gone into. You would think as spies that'd be a very useful tool, but actually there's logical. You could inference that they just lost that ability through generations, and once lost forever, possibly with enough breeding, enough well,
if they can lose their
generations.
If they can lose their inner eyelids, so that they need to wear sunglasses on Earth to tell us that she's a Romulan instead of a Vulcan, anything's possible, I guess.
Yeah, no, seriously. It would make more sense if Agnes was wearing sunglasses. If she was wearing sunglasses, if it was like sunrise and it was really bright and she was like enjoying it with sunglasses and the other one walked out in sunglasses, it makes sense. But Romulans have bright days too, guys. It's not a smart hint.
No. Andrew Reynolds puts in $5. Maddox used Seven's nanoprobes along with Lore's neural net to create two neural net thingers. LOL. Okay. Also, Picard's first contacted Borg dream painting dream Borg. What? Also, Picard's first contact Borg dream / painting dream / Borg.
Yeah. Well, I've said about the connection of the data being literally data figuratively mentally going to being sent to his brain because the Borg ex-Borg kit. That's interesting.
I do like Maddox using nanoprobes along with a neural net to create. I like that. That's why I might tie in with that gray area on the cube as well. Area 51 puts in $2. IMS Dodge. So do I. Mac Lee puts in £2. I just want to hear Captain say, check the circuit. Check the circuit? Oh, sorry, I didn't say it loud enough. Check the circuit! Because it's such a big bridge. You got to yell that shit. Fiddleheads puts in $2. I think Rizzo may be Narek's brother's widow. Who's Rizzo?
Captain, maybe?
Rios. Oh. No.
Don't know.
He might be thinking Raffi as well. But Nerek's brother's widow.
Or does it mean Legolas?
I don't know.
We don't know the characters' names enough, guys. I'm sorry.
Phase Inducer. There you go, Strickline.
Rizzo
Said
is
Phase
Roman's
Inducer.
spy girl.
Oh, Lieutenant Rizzo. Yes. You're absolutely right.
Oh.
That was her Starfleet name, yes.
Nerek brother's widow. Oh, okay. That's interesting, actually.
That would,
Brother-
that would make the weirdness seem less weird.
Yeah, but she says brother as a you know, as a sign of I hate you, but I do want to bang you.
Yeah. Jersey at $2. Chakotay will cameo just to say Akuchimura. Akuchimura.
That was his whole thing from his tribe. Every time there's
Oh,
a vision
yeah.
quest, he says Akuchimura is the whole thing. That's great. I like it. I like it. I mean, they need to. I mean, are we even going to see more single scene cameos? It makes sense. Yeah. And are we going to get bloody Brent Spiner? Should we not get, because now the pilot's done, should we not start on Enterprise E, you know, as something, and then we get, you know, every new act of the 10-act structure starts with a Brent taking, you know, into a new thing. Because if we only get like 5 minutes of them in the entire season, it'd be quite disappointing.
Yeah, well, I still say there's going to be a Soji dream or something where he makes an appearance and she's going to be like, who the hell are you? I don't know. I think something's going to happen like that. He's asking if I'm going to do Bridge Crew tonight, and probably. Sylvia's saying yes, so she's telling me that I'm playing Bridge Crew tonight, so whatever that means. So tune in for that, guys. 270 of you here. Everybody hit like.
Yes. We should definitely
What's
get to 270 likes. That is a must. We should get same number of likes we have viewers right now, so I want to see 270. We're at 251. Click that like button. It is important. I want to see that number rise. 252. Come on.
And Mark,
Click.
I agree. Mark Lawrence is like, why did they choose the name Rizzo? Kind of reminds me of the Jerky Boys. I love the Jerky Boys. I haven't listened to those in forever.
Names are always difficult. Always. I've written a lot
Yeah.
of character names and they are always difficult. Yeah. 260. Only a few more.
260 likes? Seriously? That's awesome. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. If you haven't hit like.
Yeah, but thanks, guys. I think we had a good discussion here. Lots of
We did.
really interesting theories. A lot driven by you guys, which is why these are much funner than just us talking by ourselves. You know, we have our own ideas, but you guys help make new ones. It's true.
And welcome to the first of our crew. Captains, commanders, and even some admirals.
Wow.
So you guys are awesome. Thank you very much for joining.
And do you want to end on note of what that is again? Just to reiterate to the people.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's brand new, and I'll find the button on my phone so I can show you what it means.
If you guys don't know, right beside, well, on the computer anyway, right beside the submit button or the subscribe button, there's a join button. You can now click that, and you can choose the rank of either commander, captain, or admiral. Different amounts per month, and you each get different benefits.
And at the bottom, it'll say join, although I'm out of focus, whatever. And then you can you get this cool thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's flipped. That's the whole Skype thing. Yeah. Sorry, Stuart, what can you do? You can pick stuff.
Yeah, I'll go through the perks now, I guess. I mean, there's nothing really super special about it yet because we just implemented it today. We'll probably add more stuff for
Without
add
telling
some
me.
levels. I mentioned it to you months and months ago, and then
Which is
we
not
never
the same as starting it.
we never decided to talk about it, but that's fine.
Never did.
Well, I was getting sick of seeing it there and not having it used because not every channel has it or has the opportunity to use it. So anyway,
And we have a brilliant community. Like, I mean, we haven't got the biggest community, but we have a really, really great community. It does mean a lot.
yes. So yeah, basically you get use of emojis or badges, as they're called. I don't know how you can use them. I don't know if you can use them in your chats after you. It's not very clear to me myself yet. I was surprised to see people showing up in this chat having joined after I mentioned it, but we'll figure it out as we go. So that's for the commander rank. You get to use the badges and whatnot. When you get to captain's rank, you get you get everything that the commander has, so the badges, and you also get shout outs and videos, just random videos. We'll say one or two of you guys that are at the captain's rank. Yeah, see Mark Lawrence, he's got the badges right there. He just posted them in the comments.
Mark Lawrence.
See, there's the medical one, the science one, the engineering, and the command.
CJ O'Neill. See, the shout out feature is working.
That's right. And for the admirals one, this is where
Francis. Please do.
This is where Samuel might need to help me out. Ozzy Menderos says, "Welcome." He's now a captain. Welcome to the captain's rank. But yeah, for the admiral one, you get the use of the badges, you get the call outs, and you also get exclusive wallpapers, which we haven't done yet. But we've got, our avatars and things. We'll have some Trekyards wallpapers for you guys. Lots of cool stuff. Just have to wait on those because we got to get them, and there will only be a few of them. But anyway.
And those are, it's really cool to see our graphic in a YouTube chat. That's actually really cool. It's simple as hell, but it's really cool, actually. Wow. And
we can change those up and stuff as, after a couple months, that's new ones, whatever. I just threw in some basic ones today to kind of get it up and running. So, yeah,
nice.
If you want to join and get these fun little things, that'd be awesome. So thank you very much, Ozzy, for just joining, and everyone else that joined as well. So. And
yes, we do assume YouTube takes a cut, but I assume that's probably less than Super Chats because it's like a guaranteed monthly thing.
I didn't look into it, but yes, they do get a cut, obviously.
So I'd assume they'd want as many people as possible, and that's like money without even doing anything. There's not even any, anyway.
And Mark Lawrence says, make sure some of those wallpapers are your ships. So the Foley class and the Horizon. So stay tuned for those. But that's only Admiral rank, and cool. I think there's only 2 people at Admiral rank right now. So,
well, it's very, very cool. As you guys know, some months we find it very difficult to continue the channel, but as we said before, Patreon and such, it doesn't take that much to get stable, and that's impressive. We only need a bit more to achieve that, and then we just keep making. God, how many videos a week? How many videos a month? How many videos for Picard overall? God, a lot.
Billion.
Yeah, that. A lot of cool content.
Yeah. So thank you everyone that's stuck around. We still have 257 people watching. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave. Georgie says he just googled that YouTube keeps 30%, but still, that's typical. That's for super chats as well. So
yeah, still worth it.
It's basically like Patreon.
Yeah.
So
without any barrier to entry, you don't have to make an account.
And you get to use the Trekyards badges in your comments if you want.
That's cool. Alright guys, well thanks so much. Stuart will see you tomorrow for his first reactions. Those are always really, really cool. And then Friday for the epic day where we start early and then we have a stop, pretty much. But join for our full big live review. That's going to be really exciting. Hopefully, we hope. But long and interesting and deep and diverse and scene by scene, and can't wait.
And Fleetpaw Swiftback puts in $1.99, 270 likes. Sam is now happy. Yee-hee. And Mark Lawrence upgraded his membership from captain to admiral, so he now outranks me. But thank you very much, Mark.
That does make sense, to be fair.
For you, sir, you deserve the admiral rank. You really do. You really help us out so much. So, and anybody can promote themselves to any rank higher than us. You'll never outrank Sylvia, unless I add President of the Federation. I don't know.
Well, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe there's a president rank and you can join us for lives, because you technically outrank everyone in our system.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a fun little thing, seeing your name in different color with the badge beside it. And
cool.
The longer you're a member, the longer you're joined, that badge will change. There's different badges, and
really cool.
The last 2 are quite unique. So you got to be a member for a while to get them.
Well, we're going to still be here, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, guys. Well, have a great everything, and Stuart will see you tomorrow, and I will see you on Friday, and thanks everyone for joining in. Have a great rest of the day.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.